Choose life and live. Buy original. Be original. SON.
We have the quality infrastructure to guarantee the quality of made in Nigeria goods. Chairman Senate Committee on Industry, Sam Egu, declares, as the Standards Organization of Nigeria embarks on a strategic capacity building initiative to develop knowledge-based human resource to deliver on its mandate in an effective and efficient way. It's so nice to have you join us on the program, Standardandyou, and as always, my pleasure bringing the program to you. My name is Ifoma Okonkwo. I'll be back shortly.
Our interest in small and medium-scale enterprises is born out of government desire to grow that sector of our economy. And that we've been doing well with the Office of the Vice President and other sister agencies to inculcate the culture of quality assurance to small and micro enterprises. We've been doing this by participating with other sister agencies in SME clinics that is being organized by the Office of the Vice President, and it has been a resounding success.
Choose life and live. Buy original. Be original. SON.
Why you dey buy fake product make you dey careful, no go damage your life. You've got one life to live.
Buy original.
You should know where to go. The SON. Don't touch, don't touch.
It's fake.
Don't touch, don't touch.
It's bad.
Don't touch, don't touch.
It hurts.
Don't touch, don't touch.
It destroys.
Don't touch, don't touch.
It kills.
You should know where to go. The SON.
Standards Organization of Nigeria. Improving lives through standards.
Welcome back. And we'll begin the program by telling you that members of the Senate Committee on Industry have described the Standards Organization of Nigeria as a strategic government agency with adequate capacity to guarantee the quality of made in Nigeria goods. The committee, led by its chairman, Dr. Sam Egu, made this declaration when they inspected facilities at the SON's laboratories in Ogba, Ikeja, Lagos. Here are details of that visit.
When members of the committee visited this Ogba office of the Standards Organization of Nigeria in June 2018, construction work was ongoing. About 8 months after that visit, members were not only surprised at the progress of work at the complex, but also expressed satisfaction at the quality and number of facilities at the laboratories. Members commended the management of the SON for its dedication and professionalism at developing what they described as a world-class facility.
Talking about made in Nigerian goods, and this time there is this clamor for us to patronize made in Nigerian goods. The question has always been, are the goods of equal standards from the ones that come out from overseas? And it's only standard organization that can ensure that in terms of quality assurance. And I am happy that the building is not just completed, equipments have also been installed, and the accreditation also taking place according to world-based standards and practice. So I only plead that you maintain these standards.
With the accreditation of these labs, I believe that the history or the story of rejection of our products, agri products outside Nigeria, with the certified accredited labs, will be a thing of the past.
Chairman of the committee, while inspecting facilities at the complex, told newsmen that the rapid development of this quality infrastructure is an indication of the present administration's determination to expand the SON's capacity to ascertain the quality of goods made in Nigeria and promote standardization. He said government, through responsive serious agencies like the Standards Organization of Nigeria, will continue to provide necessary support to accelerate industrial growth and development with special focus at diversifying the nation's economy.
What we can do as a committee is to continue to support the Standard Organization of Nigeria. So they give us the proposals for them to meet up to standards. We give them that financial assistance by approving what they, but also ensure that we also do oversight, proper oversight, to make sure that this money is properly, this appropriate fund is also utilized for the purpose for which they were all approved.
The committee was particularly impressed at the zeal and passion of management of the Standards Organization of Nigeria to promoting standardization in Nigeria. Members of the committee acknowledged that the establishment of the new laboratories by the SON will in no small measure boost the agency's capacity to tackle the menace of substandard and fake goods in the country. To succeed in this regard, the SON, they added, requires the support of all and sundry. Obviously satisfied with the level of infrastructural development by the management of the SON, led by its Director General Osita Aboloma, members of the committee assured the SON of the continued support of the National Assembly to enhance the operations of the agency. The complex houses 35 laboratories with the state-of-the-art equipment to test mostly life-endangering products as well as agricultural and allied products, all in line with government's drive to diversify the economy. With the agency's management system certification accredited, as well as its chemical and biological testing laboratories reaccredited internationally, the agency is no doubt repositioned to provide world-class service to stakeholders in all sectors of the economy.
You're watching Standardandyou, brought to you by the Standards Organization of Nigeria on the network service of the Nigerian Television Authority, the NTA. The Director General of the Standards Organization of Nigeria, Osita Aboloma, Esquire, says it will continue to deploy strategies to develop a strong human resource competent to deliver on the mandate of the agency. Standardandyou takes a look at efforts in this regard in the last 2 years.
The human capital is the lifeline of any organization, both in private and public service. This is because the survival and progress of corporations, agencies, and any enterprise depends largely on the quality of workforce. The Standards Organization of Nigeria is one of such progressive government agencies that places premium on its staff and has remained consistent in developing a competent workforce. For the Director General of the SON, Osita Aboloma Esquire, only a knowledgeable and committed workforce can guarantee efficient and effective service delivery. This is why he believes that training and retraining is imperative in a challenging and dynamic environment.
We train our people, retrain them. We've just finished training our people with the use of alternative dispute resolution to reposition them in tackling complaints that were emanate from service delivery. And when we deploy technology, we'll be able to create an enabling environment for the ease of doing business in Nigeria. We'll make the processes, the turnaround time quicker, faster, more dependable, and more productive. So that's what we've been trying to do. That is what we'll keep on doing. We'll improve on our deployment of technology. Training is a continuous thing. Our duty is to expand the scope of the accreditation of some of our labs and also work hard to accredit new ones in emerging fields and technology, particularly in the life-endangering sector. Then we're also going to do massive sensitization because we need to know, let the people know the effect of consumption or distribution of substandard goods. We need to also step up our games in terms of prosecution, because we want people to know the effects of non-compliance to Nigerian industrial standards.
Through conscious effort, the Standards Organization of Nigeria has developed an accredited and internationally acceptable training center that provides courses in management systems development and generic quality assurance to a broad spectrum of stakeholders in both public and private business. The center is supervised by Engineer Timothy Abner.
Getting trainings within Nigeria of international status is quite important. It was necessary for us to see that we took it to the level where we can compete globally.
Since 1994, the agency has designed courses to meet the aspirations of its clients in line with international best practices. Apart from its international recognition, the center has a robust course content in various fields of human endeavors.
Of course, we don't believe in developing courses that will just be sufficient to get accreditation. No, we had to bring it down to the level where our own people can understand it. And of course, to do that and get it to globally accepted standard was actually quite some job, but we were able to do that.
According to Abner, these courses have over the years helped beneficiaries largely from the organized private sector to demonstrate capabilities and competence in the global space. He speaks further on the benefits of the center.
We are here to build capacity for Nigeria. So what we have tried to do is to see that we have already put a lot of structures on ground. We have highly qualified trainers that now are ready in place, so that every MDA that is ready to go into this process, when they come, we'll be able to give them service and see that we walk them through it to the level where they can go on and get certification. And I see that if we continue this another year or two, honestly speaking, Nigeria will have a very, very serious revolution in its hand. Because the quality management system, let us remember that it is carrying out your activities transparently, and then also making sure that you give services as at when it is required by the customers. So the burden of ensuring that service is received by the customer is removed from the hands of the customer. It is now the certification body that now gives that assurance that so and so MDO that says that they are going to do this and this and this, that yes, we have carried out assessments and we have seen that yes, they have that capability. So the training is the first thing that you undergo to get that competence to be able to go and adjust your activities and align them to these international standards.
We start from developing capacity from within, and based on requests from the different departments, staff are trained on the different courses that would assist them in putting in their best on the kinds of job functions that they carry out. So for the QMS, almost every department so far has been trained in the QMS, especially at the level of implementation. So we have developed capacities in those areas. One of the reasons why we even do that is for the purpose of the fact that we offer certification to various industries in those different management systems that I mentioned. And there's a need to have capacity in-house for the purpose of conducting audits. So we have trained auditors cutting across the 6 geopolitical regions of this country.
Members of staff of the agency are also exposed to specialized training to build capacity to enhance operations. One of such exercise is the alternative dispute resolution training. Over 100 members of staff have benefited.
With the training, it has also helped us with our human development, our capacity to broaden our capacity and to broaden our horizon with regards to what quality management system is and how it affects our departments.
It was educative. You get to know the importance of safety in workplace, both personally and to the organization we are auditing. It's safety inclined all through, and it has helped to reduce accidents in workplace.
The trainings I personally have attended so far are tailored to enhancing my delivery on the job on a daily basis. And I want to say a big thank you to the General for the opportunity to be trained.
Presently, the SON can boast of an impressive quality and competent workforce that is second to none in sub-Saharan Africa in the business of standardization and quality assurance. This milestone, no doubt, the Director General still believes that a lot more still needs to be done to improve on the modest achievements of the organization in this regard going forward. Screening of entries for the annual essay competition organized by the African Organization for Standardization has begun. The topic for this year's exercise is Role of Standardization in Winning the Fight Against Corruption for Sustainable Africa's Transformation. It's the 6th edition organized by ASO in collaboration with Apex Consult to help students across Africa acquire knowledge on standardization and quality assurance.
The Standards Organization of Nigeria, SON, brings a new lease of life to Nigeria SMEs. SON has put a greater premium on developing standards to improve made in Nigeria products for export. We have developed more standards for products like sesame, cocoa, gari, and more, courtesy of our accredited state-of-the-art laboratories. In keeping with the federal government's ease of doing business, SON has simplified its processes and turned around time for SUNCAP, MANCAP, and other certification processes. SON has intensified market surveillance, raids, and seizures to reduce substandard products in circulation, and offenders shall be prosecuted. Join SON in ridding our nation of substandard products. If you see something, say something. Standards Organization of Nigeria, improving lives through standards.
If you're one of those unscrupulous importers who have continued to flood our markets with substandard products, then this is for you. Stop the illegal business or risk sanctions by the Standards Organization of Nigeria. This is because the SON will not only destroy such products but prosecute offenders. The agency is backed by law to discharge this function and will stop at nothing to ensure that consumers get value for their money.
Yes, we have instituted and we have ongoing about 14 cases in different courts in different parts of the country. We have a couple in Kano, we have in Oka in Anambra State, and then of course substantially in Lagos. We are determined to ensure that the law takes its course. So as at now we are still in court with these individuals. Some cases have gone very far. I'm aware of one case in Oshobo, I think is due for judgment. Other cases are at various stages.
The agency has continued to intensify strategies to uncover syndicates in the business of importing fake goods into Nigeria. This is apart from the various stakeholders' engagement through sensitization to create awareness on the dangers of substandard and fake products.
For importers and manufacturers, my advice is that it's cheaper to comply with the law than to go against the law. So I would advise that people should familiarize themselves with the standards, because out there when you go to prosecute you find that there's a lot of ignorance on the part of our traders with respect to the standards available for the products they deal in. Often people go into trading without familiarizing themselves with the environment that they operate in terms of the standards for those products. So if we devote a little bit time to understand the rules governing the products we deal in, it makes life easier for all sides. So I think our advice is that comply with the law. It's cheaper, you don't run foul of the law, You don't have to retain any lawyer when issues come up. You don't have to suffer the indignity of being arraigned in court. And then the reputational damage it does to your product will be avoided. So it's better to avoid going against the law. It's cheaper to comply. Then for our consumers also, my advice to them is one, every week this organization runs a program, Standardandyou. People should keep abreast of that. And the facilities available put in place by the organization should also be exploited. I'm aware the organization has toll-free lines. The organization has an active online platform. People should exploit that, because without adequate knowledge, you don't make informed decision. A lot of our consumers don't make informed decision. But if they are aware of the issues, then they'll be able to make judgment that can be defended. And where there are infractions, they should not hesitate to contact us. We're always available to render service to them.
Choose life and live. Buy original. Be original. SON.
You're on to the feedback segment of the program. I am Halimot Osifo. Information is power. Do you agree? Have you ever bought a product and regretted it before? What makes you think you are making a right choice when you make a purchase? A lot of times, when you buy a product with little or no knowledge of it, you end up regretting. It's because you have no adequate information about the product to enable you make a right choice. Before making a purchase, it's important you examine products properly. Check the labeling information, best before date, certification marks, and more to avoid buying a defective product, fake, substandard, or expired item. Are you a manufacturer or an importer? Do you have information on the available standards for your products? Knowing about these standards will facilitate compliance and not only help consumers get value for their money, but also protect them from possible harm. As a regulatory agency, Standards Organization of Nigeria provides basic information on product quality and safety. And this is based on international standards or Nigerian industrial standards. Without information about an imported product or made in Nigeria products, SON will have no database of these products, making traceability a challenge. So, register your products today. Truly, information is power. If you know what it takes to make a quality product, you would sell right and get no complaints from consumers. In the same vein, if you know what a quality product is, you would buy right and be satisfied. Remember, Standards Organization of Nigeria also needs information from you, the consumer. Do not hesitate to report cases of fake and substandard products to the SON to sanitize our markets and protect Nigerians. Ask questions, seek clarifications, get information, and use it wisely. Now over to some of the messages we received last week. Hilary from Enugu says, thank you for your concern over the quality of products that are imported into Nigeria. It's our pleasure. It's our responsibility to ensure quality of imported products and also made in Nigeria products. Lekomba Batunde says, I appreciate all you discuss on various platforms, but your men should discharge their duties in fairness, honesty, and fear of God. No compromise should be your watchword, even among your staffs, if you really want to fight against substandard products. Very important. We would ensure that our officials are of good conduct in the discharge of their duties. McDonald Chuzurum says, nice show, keep it up. Thank you so much. Hafiz Olamilekon says, can we have the video being uploaded on YouTube? Keeping up with local TV stations isn't easy for everyone. Sure, you can watch the program online anywhere on the go at youtube.com/standardandyou. Don't just view, like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And that's a wrap on the feedback segment of the program. Keep your messages coming in with your full name and location to the number 0705-972-4455. Follow us on Facebook at Standardandyou, Instagram and Twitter at Standardandyou_. Remember, buy original, sell authentic, and use only the best. Bye for now.
Why you dey buy fake product, yeah? Make you dey careful, no go damage your life. You've got one life to live.